First and foremost, there's a bee floating around here somewhere. So if you see me just suddenly start acting real weird and flailing and things like that, there's an explanation. There's a bee. I'm going to start to build a forge today. I got a pile of parts ready to go. I don't know if this will be everything I need, but I'm not going to let that stop me from getting started. I've got most of the components necessary. We'll go from there. I've tried to do a little bit of preventive troubleshooting. Take care of distractions before they can happen, if at all possible. B. For instance, I started getting, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to make this, I'm going to do this. I started gathering all my tools and what I need, what I think I'll need and all that. And I realized, it's a couple minutes after noon. I only had Pop-Tarts and coffee this morning. So I had lunch. Rather than get a few minutes into this and realize I'm not feeling well because I'm hungry or I'm getting frustrated because my blood sugar's low, that kind of thing. So I went ahead and made a sandwich and ate. That kind of thing. And of course, as soon as I get out here, I've got my music playing on my iPad through Pandora. I gather up all my stuff. I start recording on this camera. I start recording on my little action camera. And the music cuts out. It says I have no internet all of a sudden. You can do as much preventive maintenance and troubleshooting as you want. You're not going to catch everything. There's bound to be some distractions, something that just makes you go, God damn it. So I went and rebooted the modem real quick. Now I have internet again. I'm going to turn this back on to, not slow motion, time lapse. And we'll go from there. Okay, so I shot an intro out in the driveway of trying to, I forgot how I phrased it already, preparatory troubleshooting, advanced troubleshooting, basically trying to fix things before they went wrong, to take out potential distractions. That was lesson one for the day, was preparation is good. You can't prepare for everything. Stephen King, his book On Writing, very good book. It's about how to write, how to be an author. But he also throws a few good life lessons in. And one of the lessons, the stories he tells is, he's a little kid and he's watching, I don't know, father, uncle, grandfather, somebody goes to repair a loose hinge. Now, it should just be one screwdriver. Should just need the one screwdriver, tighten it up, and you're good to go. He sees the guy that's going to fix this bring the entire toolbox. And he's like, why are you bringing the whole thing? You just need a screwdriver to fix this. And basically, to paraphrase, because I don't remember the exact wording, but it's that you think it's only going to be one screwdriver. It should just be one screwdriver. You're probably just going to need the one screwdriver. What if you don't? What if you go to screw that in and you realize, oh, the wood's rotten behind the hinge. Now you've got to go fix. Well, look at that. You got your whole toolbox right here. Fixing it will be easy. Now you don't have to go back and forth 15 times. Well, now I need this. Well, now I need that. He's using it as a metaphor for writing. The more you read, the more you study, the more you write, the more tools you have to do the job. Bring them all with you. I'm using it in a more pragmatic sense of bring all the tools, the actual tools, the screwdrivers, the wrenches, the things, because you don't know what you're going to really honestly need until you're in the middle of stuff. I started building the cart that is going to be the base of my forge. I decided on a cart because I need to wheel it into the garage at the end of the day when I'm done. I can't do it in the garage. It's a little too low and a little too old. Dry wood, high heat, fires, not a good combination. But out in the driveway, more than enough room, concrete floor, nothing to burn overhead. Good. So I'm unpacking everything. I'm looking. I appear to have all the parts that I need. I look at the instructions and it says all the bolts for the legs are 10 millimeter. All the bolts for the casters, the wheels, are 16 millimeter. So I dug through my toolbox that I had with me and I found, it took a while, but I found a 10 millimeter and I found a 16 millimeter socket. Yes, I can do this. And then I went to put the first bolt on and the 16 millimeter nut and bolt combo to put the casters on was a 14 millimeter bolt and a 17 millimeter nut. If I'd looked at the instructions and only brought out a 16 millimeter, now I got to go back and dig more through my toolbox. Fortunately, my toolbox is right there. I had all the tools I needed to actually do the job. And once you go to building it, it's fine. Those nuts and bolts went together fine. It made a proper connection. It's not like the fact that they were not 16 millimeter is in any way detrimental to the strength and structural integrity of the thing. But if you bring your entire toolbox, all your physical tools, all your mental tools, if you bring all that with you to work on something, to fix something, you'll have everything you need if something goes wrong. Speaking of something going wrong, so the, second or third lesson, I forget what I'm on, know how to work your tools. Know how to properly, honestly work your tools. I went out there and for 2.5, almost 3 hours, I only filmed a little bit on my camera on my phone because long and short of it, my iPad kept cutting out. I've got music stored on this. I wanted to listen to music. I had this recording, so I don't need 2 cameras. And I checked this a bunch of times throughout to make sure it was still recording. Not recording. Apparently when you turn it on and the battery's in, it starts counting how long, it's like a run timer or something. I plugged it in to download the footage and there's nothing there. This would have been some really nice building vlog footage. There was bolting, there was cutting, there was sparks, there was problem solving. Learn how to work your equipment. Know how to use your tools. And don't get frustrated if things go wrong. You can get a little frustrated now and again. It's part of the process. But this is nobody's fault but my own. If I get frustrated at it, I'm going to internalize. There's no sense in that. There's no need for that. It's not going to fix anything. It's not going to solve anything. It's not going to magically make the footage appear. I'll try again. I'm only about halfway done building the forge, so there's another opportunity for more footage. Not as cool, but more footage. All right. Catch you next time.